Hello, welcome. This is Philip from Dennis. This song is called Fake Disease. Fake Disease is off the greatest album in the world, Birmingham. This is the piano tutorial of how to play the song Fake Disease by Dennis, just in case you were wondering. So how the song opens is this. We start off with, not sure what octave this is. On this piano, this is C3, so this is C2. So therefore we start in the octave of 2, D2. So we start off with the note D. Now this D is basically a what we call a substitute note for an actual full chord, which is actually B flat major, which is this chord, B flat major. So but when we open the song, that's a bit too full, so when we open the song we start off in D, when we go then D minor, so D minor, so 1, then when we build the verse we go, we revert back to B major, so we go once, we press B flat major once, then we go up to C major, so we do a bit of C, then back to D minor, then down 1, then B major 1, B flat major once, then back to. So now we're going to build the loop. This song is a little bit tricky to play, but follow with me now. So now the second part, when we go into the loop, this is the opening part. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play the opening part on the second loop, but instead of playing the second part on the opening loop, we're going to do, so instead of starting off with just the D, we're going to start off in the B flat major, which also contains the D note. So it's going to go like this. That's verse 1, so we'll go with that again. So that's a bit tricky, that bit. So we go D here. So we start off with D, so that just loops around for the whole verse. It is quite repetitive, but it is designed as a piece, so to have an accompaniment of more instruments. So now we go into the bridge. So now the first verse has 3 different chords. It has C major, B flat major and D minor. So just moving on to the bridge. Now the bridge is a bit more heavier, it's a bit more intensive, because we start off in D minor, but it's what we call a D minor -5. So that means we don't play the 5th. So we go D minor. So I think that's the bridge, isn't it? Yeah, so now we do this D minor minor 5, but we do this note thing. So after we've exited from that loop, we transition into where we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go D E D, which creates the D minor -5. When we press it twice, D minor -5, we're not playing the 5th, or any 5th in that matter. So we're minusing the 5th, and we go into B flat major minus the 5th, so we get then up to C major without the 5th. Then we go up to, and we play the same thing but without the 5th. So we go, so. And we go back to D minor, and back to B flat, then back to C. And then what we do now, which is quite interesting, is we go to G minor, which is basically it's like B major, but there's a different version. It's actually, now we go to G minor. So we go, then we go up to D minor again, the full D minor, then back to B flat major, up to C, then up to F, which is we call F major, F major, then D down to D, then B flat, then C, and then A minor. So now we're going to do this in the 4 timings. So in the order of chords, which will be found in the sidebar. You can also check the lyrics paper, which will be available on Instagram, which will also be linked in the description. You can also find it in Flickr as well. So that's quite a handful to get through. So we go. Actually, I did make a mistake there, because actually the last part is, because actually we just keep pressing C. Oh yeah, so please ignore the A minor part for that part. That's a mistake I've made. You don't put actually an A minor at the end, you just go. Let's recap that bit. go dun dun dun, then we go D minor. And then we repeat what we did in verse 1. See, I'm not a musician because I've made such a simple mistake like that. But actually, that part isn't actually that simple to play. It's a bit of a tricky one. You're going to be looking at thinking, what the hell is he doing? Especially if you're a very comfortable piano player, that's going to be an easy piece of cat's wee wee. So clearly now verse 2 and 3, right, I'm just looking at why verse 2 and 3 is different. I think it's actually the same. So verse 2 and 3 is basically the same thing. No, it is nearly the same, but it starts off in B flat major. That's how it goes. Then it goes, and then when we go into the bridge, or what we call the pre-chorus, the pre-chorus is so it's. Then we go into F. Then we go down here. Then we go into C. It's in the third octave on this piano. It might be the fourth on another piano. So it would be. Does this, it goes. C, D minor, C, B flat major. So that's basically how the song is kind of built there. That's the main part. So that's a nice simple, just a 4-chord sequence, but there's actually only 3 different chords in that. B major, C and D minor. And that's the chorus. It's the same. There's only 2. The chorus is sung twice. So we've gone through the pre-chorus. We've gone through the one of the bridges. We've got a different bridge, and then after that we go into the was it the post-chorus? The post-chorus. So the post-chorus sounds like this. So it's B. B flat flat major, then back to B, C, then it goes straight up to F. We skip D minor, then back to D minor, then B flat major, then C major, then A minor. This is where the A minor comes in. So we go. So more slowly. So we go B flat major, D minor. So then back to B major, up to C major. Then straight up to F, then down to D minor, then B flat major, C major, A minor. So now I'm going to do it quick in time so you can know how it should go. So and then, because we're in verse 3, we also do the same thing as verse 2 with the what we call the pre-chorus, which is okay. So the final part of this is the last what I call bridge 2, the second bridge in the song, which so it's basically C sustain 2, C sustain 4, then D minor, D sustain 2, D sustain 4, then back to D minor, then we repeat C sustain 2, and then no, C sustain 2, C sustain 4, then back to C, then B, and then this one's a bit different, so we go B flat, B sustain 2, B flat, B flat sustain sharpen 4, then back to B flat major, then C sustain 2, C sustain 4, then back to C, then C6, so it's basic. Then we go into, so we go B flat, so we go B, so B flat, D minor, it had quite a few chords there, so we flow back into what we done in verse 1 and verse 2 and verse 3 and so forth. What's also important is that what's very important it's just a list of chords. So the new chords in that, we had C, B flat, and we had D minor, but we also had additional variations. And if you saw the Tragic Theme piano tutorial, we have exactly the same progression, but this song is in a different key. It's exactly the same as Tragic Theme, but it's in a different key. So in Tragic Theme it's played. That's Tragic Theme, but this. So that's Fake Disease. So it's a different mode. It's the same progression, but it's a different mode. I don't know what the mode difference is, but there is a difference. So we got that. So here's a list of chords. So the new chords, and that would be C sustain 2, D sustain 2, B flat. Was it B flat sustain 2? Then there's also in addition to that, there's C sustain 4, D sustain 4, and B flat sustain sharpened 4. So it is B flat sustain 4, but you have, so basically when you have, so this is B sustain 4 that we play, so this is B flat. Now this would actually normally be just B sustain 4. That doesn't sound right, so it sounds better if you use the sharpened 4. This is sharpened 4, so this is normal 4, sharpened 4, and this is the third, is the major third. So those are the list of chords for the second bridge, because there's 2 bridges in the song, because in Dennis we don't make it so simple. Well, it's pretty simple, but it's not so simple. It's probably not as simple as commercial music in terms of composition, and that's why I'm a failure in music, because it's not simple enough and the production's not good enough. So there you are. So just to finish the opening. So what we do is, so we're going to play exactly the same part as we did in verse 1, so we're going to do it. Then we go. Now what we'll do is we'll play a low B flat or A sharp. So we go. Continue with the then we slow down the tempo. Then we end on the C major. So what we done there was we played the first bridge without the A minor. There is actually a third. There's actually what we call the post chorus, the post chorus bridge, or whatever you call that. So there are quite a few sections in this song. But yeah, this bit was played from the first bridge, so we just, at the end we go. songs. So I can't say that was the best piano tutorial in the world. Obviously I don't have the best camera angles either. This is a good camera angle, but you can't see my face, so I mean it would probably be better if you could see me, but to make it more interactive. But anyway, I hope you learnt something today. This song wasn't as simple to play as Tragic Theme. This is a more hands-on song, let's say per se. But you know, practice around with it, and you know, it'd be quite rewarding just even to learn the first verse. But yeah, there's quite a lot going on, and you know, anyway, see you in the next video. If you haven't checked out this song, it's Dennis Fake Disease. If you've already heard it, then this tutorial will show you how to play it if you're interested, or just for entertainment purposes, just to watch me show you how to play it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.